Good evening all and welcome to another video on All Hail the Ale. It's Saturday night, which means it's craft beer night, and the beer we're going for tonight is a collaboration brew between Northern Monk and WIPER and True. It's an Imperial Stout. It's this one. It is Dark Matter. Focus. There we go. That's going to have to do. Anyway, it's an 8.4% ABV Imperial Stout. Like I say, brewed between Northern Monk and WIPER and True. And it doesn't say an awful lot on the can, but it does say, embrace mystery. Two brave adventurers go in search of dark matter, craft brewed with northern pride for a rich roasted coffee flavour. And that is just about it. The only useful bit of information is it says to refrigerate below 5 degrees C, drink as fresh as possible. And that's what I do. So this one has been refrigerated fairly well, below 5 degrees. But it's been out of the fridge for a little while, so it won't be quite so cold. I picked this one up in Morrison's of Festival Park. Yeah, so anyway, I paid about £4, £4.50 a can for it, something like that. See if it's any good, shall we? Let's get it out into a glass and see what we think. Now, we're not going to pour into my favourite stout glass, no, because we have a Northern Monk glass, so we're going to use that. This one. So the pour is pretty thick, actually. Let's generate a little head, and that will do. So we have a almost jet black beer with just a little hint of ruby coming through on the edges. We've got just over a finger of pretty tight tan head. That's your beer up close in a glass. It looks good. So a whiff. Smells good. It smells boozy. Boozy up front. Really quite boozy. Think brandy. It's got that kind of vibe. Was not expecting that. It's dark, it's intense, it's boozy. Yeah, dark, intense, and boozy. Brandy-like vibes. There we go. So it looks good. It smells really good. See what it tastes like. Cheers. Body's good. Medium heavy. Carbonation is fairly soft. And the flavour, I like. It is boozy like the aroma. It is intense like the aroma. They talk about a rich coffee flavour. There is coffee there, but it's not the prominent flavour for me. I, as well as getting a little bit of coffee and good levels of roasted malts, am getting dark fruits, berry-like vibes, which may have contributed to that brandy-like aroma. It's not as boozy as the nose would intend it to be, but there's a hint of booze, enough to let you know you're drinking an 8.4% beer, which is appreciated. And that coffee comes more towards the back end. Otherwise, it's a pretty basic, and it's not a bad thing, a basic, no bones, no frills stout. And sometimes that's just what you want. Sometimes you get kind of sick of all the adjuncts. You just want something that's pretty simple and straightforward. And this is. It is simple and straightforward. It's got all the good bits of a good stout. It has a little bit of sweetness after that coffee fades on the back end. And I like it. Scoreboard of joy time. Northern Monk's Dark Matter, brewed in collab with Wiper and True. Let's give it some points, shall we? Visually, it's a good-looking beer. It's dark. It's got a tan head, and who doesn't like that on a stout? Let's be honest. Maybe the good people at Guinness, they prefer a white head. But me, I like my stouts with a head with a bit more colour on it, like that. Yeah, it's a lovely looking beer. So I see no reason to give it anything less than the full point. The aroma is the first clue that it's going to be a decent beer. You know, if it's got something about it, and this one has, you know you're in for a good time. And this one lets you have a little bit of booze up front, the berry notes that kind of manifest as like a brandy with that booze, hints of the coffee, roasted malt. It's a good strength. Could be stronger on the nose, but what couldn't be? I always like my aromas to slap me around the face. But I like what I'm smelling. It's lovely. It's very good. I'm giving it the full point. The body, it's medium heavy, which is lovely. The carbonation is kind of soft. There is a little spikiness to the carbonation once it sort of goes down, and it's nice. It works. It's about right. I'm always one for a heavy stout, and this is a pretty heavy stout. It could be heavier, but it's right for where this one sits in the ABV spectrum, so I'm going to give it the full point. And the taste, it talks about a rich coffee flavour. Rich roasted coffee flavour, right? It has rich roasted coffee, but maybe not as much of it as I would like. The dominant flavours for me up front are those berry notes, those dark fruits. Then you get into the coffee, then you get the roasted malt, and then you go sort of almost vanilla-like sweetness on the back end. But the main flavour is good. It's a good, basic, simple stout done well. But it could be better. It could. I could have a little more of that coffee. When it makes big bones about a rich roasted coffee flavour, I want more of it. I do. But it's done well. So I'm going to give this one 0.9, because I just want a bit more of what it promises, the coffee. But the finish, though, I like. It's smooth. It's roasted. It's got that hint of vanilla on the back end. But it's not as bitter as I would like on the back end. I like a little more bitterness on the finish of my stouts. So again, I'm going to go a little bit less. I'm going to go to 0.8, which means we got 4.7 out of 5, which, for me, for a Northern Monk supermarket beer of late, it's a bloody good score. They used to be getting top-end scores from me, you know, back in the day before they started really pushing their beer into supermarkets. But, you know, I understand why they've done that. I do. It's all about the profit. And staying in business. Anyway, would I buy this one again? Yes. Yes, I would. Like I say, it's a simple stout done well, just a little bit stronger. So yeah, I'd buy that one again. Value for money? I'm not so sure. It's about £4.5 a can. It's got a good score. But I think if I was going to blow that sort of money on a can of beer, yeah, what the hell? It's a tasty beer, sensibly priced, and easily available in your local Morrison's. Should be anyway. So 4.7 out of 5 with a couple of bonuses for good measure. So there we go. The good people at Wiper and True and Northern Monk, they do good stuff on their own. When they come together, they make some pretty decent stuff too. So this beer is one, if you like your stouts, unadulterated, simple in their flavour profile, just a little bit stronger than your average stout on from the likes of Guinness and Murphy's and whatnot, then Dark Matter is one you should probably give a try. You probably will like it. And that's where we're going to leave it and say That has been the beer. I've been me. Those down there are the buttons. You know exactly what to do with them by now. You got your like, comment, dislike, and subscribe. Choose any combination of them as you wish. And I'll see you again soon for another one. Bye for now.